know why I'm not doing well at pronouncing his name right now. What is wrong with me?
Maybe you're not really a manga fan after all.
We catch up with
Nope, you said once. We gotta go with that one now. That's your take.
We catch up with Taku. What is going on right now?
What is the name?
It's Tatsuku.
Tatsuku.
Tatsuku. It's not Tots, it's Tatsuku. And I keep on wanting to say Tatsuku. And that's why I'm getting mad at myself. You wouldn't know that struggle because you're not a manga fan. Your hair smells very nice.
Oh, thank you.
Can we get
Too
hair
late
and
to
makeup
fix
to
that.
the station, please? Makeup!
Makeup.
Makeup!
You're good whenever.
Oh, it's go. Oh, man. I hate it when you do that. You don't tell me.
You do
Can
it.
I get a countdown, please?
That's a countdown. All right, you're on in 3,
I was joking.
2.
Hi guys, welcome back, and it's LGBT Book of the Month, and it's your favorite ghost host here, Jessi Dusk. And no, I'm not Ellis or Henry. They have merged together to form me. Just kidding. No, we're here to talk about the 3rd volume of Our Dreams at Dusk. If you have been tuning into LGBT previously Books of the Weeks, you know that I would tune in every now and again and talk about this series, Our Dreams at Dusk. And we left off with Volume 2, which was just phenomenal. I loved it. The art of this is just amazing. Everything about it is just absolutely perfect. I love it. But in Volume 3, we are addressing more so boundaries and how it feels when people kind of cross them, especially being part of the LGBT community, how sometimes in some instances like the person is trying to sympathize with you, but instead it kind of comes off more rude because they don't know proper terms to use that is appropriate for the LGBT community. And so instead you end up having to correct them, and they sometimes in turns get mad at you for correcting them. But this is all about addressing those boundaries and saying, hey, this is not okay to say these things. You can't just say it as if nobody else can hear it. We're catching back up with Tatsuku, who is working on the Cat Clutter Center and trying to organize it a little bit better. And then the last person he ends up seeing there is his crush, Tsubaki, who is there with his dad volunteering to help out the center, along with another one of the center's members, like long high school friend who they just catch back up again. And right off the bat, we kind of start to realize that the old high school friend doesn't really understand like the proper way to address the fact that her high school friend has now transitioned from a woman to a man, and is kind of just making the whole situation uncomfortable and kind of like pushing issues like getting the old girls volleyball team back together. And of course that's going to create a little bit of a weird tension because he's transitioned from being a woman to a man. And the other women in the group are a little bit not understanding of that. And so eventually that member has to address the high school friend, telling them, hey, this kind of isn't an okay situation for you to put me in, kind of using me as like a charity case. I would really appreciate if you just this is the proper way to treat this situation. And from there it gets better. But then Tatsuku runs into the issue with Tsubaki. They start hanging out a little bit more, which makes Tatsuku really excited and happy at first. But then Tsubaki kind of ends up becoming coming off ignorant and using very bad slurs and terms to talk about the people at the Cat Clutter Center. And eventually it drives Tatsuku up the wall, and he's really torn about approaching his crush about this, because at the same time Tsubaki kind of has a vague understanding that Tatsuku might be gay, but hasn't really outright come out and said it. But tensions started to heat up. It was a very tense volume this go around, but it does address problems that should be talked about, as well as giving you the courage to not be afraid when somebody is kind of pushing boundaries to address them and tell them, hey, this is not how you do these things, this is the proper way to go about it, or hey, this has hurt my feelings, please don't do this. And very emotional, very tense. I love everything about what Our Dreams at Dusk is approaching. The issues, the happiness of coming of age, of coming out, of just flourishing and realizing who you are and standing up for yourself because you know who you are now. And it's a great book. Sitting at $12.99, it is going to be the LGBT book of the month, so that is going to receive the 15% off. We have a lot of the volume 3s here in stock for y'all, and if y'all have not checked out the first volume, I do recommend starting this series. It is amazing. It is, again, beautifully drawn. I loved everything about this. So yeah, come by and pick it up and come and talk more about Our Dreams at Dusk with me. This has been your favorite ghost host, Jessi Dusk, here signing off for LGBT Book of the Month. Bye, guys. Brennan, come turn off the camera. I'm stuck in this pose.
Hold it. Don't move. Keep going.
Keep going. I gotta make sure I got it. So hold on. No. Oh, keep going. Keep going. Is that good? Yeah. Just like that.
I hate you so much. Turn up!